Bake Off, it's free from week. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. Didn't get much sleep last night and I can't blame Annie Mae. I think there's just a lot going on. Anyway, when you're feeling a bit like that, the best thing to eat I think is chocolate cake. So today I'm going to make a gluten-free chocolate cake, which basically means it's not got any flour in, to be in keeping with free from week on Bake Off. So to start off with, we're going to need 5 large eggs and 120 grams of caster sugar, which we're going to mix together in a freestanding mixer. Okay, over here, this is my trusty Bessie. I bought her when I was 21, saved up all my birthday money, and I've always wanted a KitchenAid and it had to be pink. And she's not let me down ever since. In here I've got my 5 eggs and 120 grams of caster sugar. We've got our own chickens, but unfortunately these aren't our eggs because over the winter our chickens go on strike. I'll show you them in a bit if you've not seen our chickens. So we're going to get this whisking. The aim is to whisk this until it quadruples in size and it's light and fluffy, which should take us about 10 minutes. So here we go. Here's our girls. This is Anna and Elsa. I'll give you one guess who named them. You see the combs have gone quite pale. And that's because they're not laying at the minute. You're on strike, aren't you? So Mummy Bear's having to buy the eggs. But we still love them. And we'll look forward to some more in the spring. Okay, back to this. Starting to volumise now. This is where we get all the air, the volume for our cake without the flour. Right, while that's whisking away, it's important to tell you that your oven needs to be on gas mark 3 for this recipe. And we need a 23cm cake tin, which has to be greased and lined with paper. So I've greased it up. This is my grease strip paper to line the bottom with. And it's important to make sure before you start, we're going to make a bain-marie to cook this in, which is the bath of water. So make sure that your cake tin fits inside a roasting tin that you have. I've got this one. Okay, coming back to our eggs and sugar. This looks perfect. You can see it has quadrupled in size. I'm keeping the camera at a safe distance from my pans today before we have any disasters. So now we've done our eggs and sugar, we now need to dissolve the remaining sugar, which is 170 grams, into 125 mils of water to make a syrup. I'm just going to turn that on. Once we've got this all hot and syrup-like, we're going to add to it our chocolate. So you need dark chocolate, which is at least 70% cocoa solids. I'll show you which one I use because I use it in every recipe that needs that sort. So this is 72% to be precise. I'm sure you can see that. This is Sainsbury's Taste the Difference Dominican Republic dark chocolate. So 340 grams of that, and it needs to be broken up into little pieces. And we also need 225 grams of butter. Well, at the minute, we're dissolving this sugar to make some syrup. I do find when you're under the weather or feeling a bit blue, baking does help. It can be quite therapeutic. It's just me and Annie today. Annie's just having a nap at the minute. Poppy's at school. Daddy's at work. There's not many weeks left now for the Bake Off. I think it's the quarterfinals tonight. So there'll be tonight's and then 2 others. I've enjoyed inviting you into my kitchen. Never done anything like this before. The sugar is starting to disappear. Okay, let me show you what this looks like. You can see, just looks like water. Ooh, we're steaming up the lens. That sugar's all dissolved in there. Now I need to remove it from the heat onto this other hob. And we need to add the chocolate and the butter. Come on, butter. I want it. Ooh. Fingers. There we go. So the pan's not actually on the heat, but the chocolate and the butter are going to melt from the syrupy mixture. Not many ingredients needed for this cake. So it's just your caster sugar, chocolate, butter, eggs and a bit of water. It's starting to come together now. And the chocolate's melted. Just need to allow that butter to melt as well. Oh, it does smell good. It's November the 9th today, and traditionally this weekend coming is the weekend when people would make Christmas cakes, Christmas puddings, because the festive season's nearly upon us. Seems to be coming around very quickly this year. Good. Okay, so we've now got a lovely chocolatey smooth mixture. Which we just need to allow to cool ever so slightly. Okay, I've allowed the chocolate to cool very briefly, and we're going to add that to our egg mixture that we made earlier. There we go. Again, as with all the recipes I've done, other than the caramel slices last week, I haven't made this before. So it's very brave practice. I don't think I've made anything necessarily free from before. Okay. There we are, and we're just going to stir that very briefly for about 20 seconds. Until it starts to look chocolatey. And we can see that it's combined. I don't want to lose any air. Start to look like chocolate cake. There we go, that's all mixed together. And we're going to now pour that into our cake tin. Like so. Have I managed to prepare a chocolate cake without a baby? Looks like she's still sleeping. Could have spoken too soon. Let's see if we can get it in the oven. Okay. So then we're going to move that into our roasting tin, like so. And we need to create a bain-marie, which is basically where you pour water around the cake tin. But we do that as we put it in the oven. And there goes, cake going into the oven. And we need to pour water up to the rim of the cake. Need a touch more. Up to the rim of the cake. Okay. And that will allow the cake to bake evenly. Okay, so our cake's in the oven. In its bain-marie. You can just see that there. The water needed to be up to just under the rim of the cake. And that should allow it to bake evenly. And this will take about 50 minutes. Okay, it sounds like Annie made the baby is up. Let me just show you what a lovely smile she usually greets her mummy with. Hello? Are you warmed up? After your big sleep? Mummy's been baking chocolate cake without you. You're all the way round there. Yeah. Have you swapped dummies? I put you down with the blue one. You've got a yellow one. Here, come in. Yeah. Okay, I've just lifted the cake out of the oven and it needs to be firm but not set, which is quite strange, but if I just touch here, you see how it's a little bit jelly-y, but the top does feel firm. And that's done. So we need to leave it to cool completely in the tin. Hello? What are you doing? Crawling. Trying to crawl. Look how high you can get your bottom. Yes, and we're not 6 months old till tomorrow, are we? We're not. What you got? What you got? Hello? whilst Anime just sings in the background, I'm just going to finish this off with a dusted of cocoa. And another spoon. Dusting of icing sugar. There we go. So Poppy's home from school. My very own Prue.
It's gooey.
It's gooey. And we're going to try the cake. What do you think? Is it very, very chocolatey?
Tastes like chocolate.
Does it? That's good then, because it's a chocolate cake. Mummy's going to have a piece. Mmm. 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 We'll have to see what Daddy thinks when he gets home. Daddy's got an appointment, so he's going to be a bit late. You right down there, Annie-Mae? So it's a thumbs up from Poppy.
Woohoo!